So there's this study that says that the average person, depending on how introverted or extroverted they are, will come into contact in person with between 500 and 2,500 people a year. And there's nothing wrong with being shy, I think. I think that God created us all differently. You don't have to become an extrovert. There's nothing wrong with meeting 500 people a year, okay? So not all of us are extroverts, and that's okay. It's okay if you're shy. Nobody needs to fix you. I don't think that God created us all to be extroverts. And it's really important to identify that right away. I discovered this book, okay? It's called Grown Up Girlfriends. I think I might have actually found it at like Walmart or something. And in a time when I was like having trouble meeting friends, I picked this up. But it's by these two ladies. They are Erin Smalley and Carrie Oliver. Erin has a master's degree in clinical psychology, and Carrie is her best friend, and she's a Christian counselor. And it says, grown-up girlfriends will help you identify potential soulmate friends, mentor others, set healthy boundaries, resolve conflicts constructively, support a friend in crisis, practice healthy forgiveness and reconciliation, let go of destructive friendships, or avoid them altogether. So doesn't that just sound good? It is. I've been reading it and marking it up. I'm so excited to share some of this with you. And it's coming from pages 67 through 71. And I'm going to share these pages with you so that you can easily do this. It's this concept of the fear dance. So for those of you who have had a series of dysfunctional friendships, or you feel like you've never had a real godly relationship in your life, I would love it if you did this one. This concept of the fear dance comes from Gary Smalley's book, The DNA of Relationships. And this dance happens between all relationships, not just female friends. Now, I know we'd all prefer to be doing a love dance in our relationships, but unfortunately, most of us find ourselves in this strange situation where we're juggling and dealing with relationships. They keep going, but they're uncomfortable or forced, or they just get worse and worse. So what is the answer? On page 66 here it says, how does the fear dance work? It begins when someone pushes your button, leading you to react with unhealthy words or actions calculated to motivate the other person to change and give you what you want. Often your reaction pushes the other person's button, who then reacts with unhealthy words or actions to try to get you to fulfill her wants. And suddenly, the two of you end up in a full-blown fear dance. So what we're gonna do is identify the fear button. So fear can show up in a number of ways. It shows up in feelings of rejection, abandonment, disconnection, helplessness, defectiveness, inadequacy was a big one, inferiority, invalidation, being unloved, not measuring up, judgment. And I'm gonna put below a picture of this page, which is really gonna help you to identify which of these occur to you. And what I want you to do, what I'm hoping you will do, is identify what your button is that gets pressed, and then how you typically react. So there's this awesome list of reactions that people have to their fear button getting pressed. So what you can do with this is take it as a self-assessment, identify your fear button and the reaction that you typically have, and then pray a specific prayer asking God to help you deal with your fear button in a more healthy, godly way. And we need to consider God's purpose for each of our friendships, knowing that not all will reach the same level of intimacy, and knowing that maybe, just maybe, The reason why we haven't been able to cultivate good, godly female relationships in person is because we're dealing with underlying fear. And we know that fear is from the enemy, love is from the Lord. Let's make sure that we're putting Him first and growing on our Christian walk. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see which of the prompts you choose and, of course, your answers to them. It's really cool to see your answers. See you later. Bye.